Hey all, boardgamerants here, where you'll find everything solo tabletop gaming and more. Tash Kalar by Vlaada Chvatil. There is no official solo variant for this, but I'm going to demo an unofficial solo variant. Let's have a look-see. Alright, so another game by Vlaada Chvatil, favorite board game designer of mine of all time. Made Mage Knight, Dungeon Lords, Through the Ages, Space Alert, Code Names, crazy different games. You'd never guess the same designer did all the that variance of games. And this is just another one. This is a, I mean, it looks like a pretty thematic game, and it's not. It's just an abstract game where you're going to put chits on the board that are going to be, they're double-sided essentially. You know, this is the common side, this is the upgraded, the heroic side, and that's going to be my AI opponents already out there. Then I've got my own color here, again, common, upgraded to heroic, and then there's legendary pieces here. So 3 levels of pieces, and you're going to be putting these out on the board, trying to create shapes, certain patterns, so that you can summon a bean. So like here, I might have the hungry bear in my hand, and I need to get 3 of these common pieces in this particular order, shape, so that I could summon in that white square a hungry bear. So I'd have to get, for instance, on the board, a shape like this. And then that matches my hungry bear. I could take an action, and then I would summon an upgraded piece. Hungry bear ain't no common piece. There's a heroic piece. And then once you've summoned it, then it tells you what hungry bear can do, or basically just what you get to do with that summon action. And then boom, and then your pieces are on the board, and now that's no longer a hungry bear from now on out. It's just an upgraded heroic piece. But that now might help me, you know, help me create a stronger character that might be in my deck here. And they've all got their different patterns. So again, essentially you're just getting patterns out there, and in that way, as you spread out across the board, you're going to be able to summon creatures. We're just going to get more powerful pieces out there, which then are going to allow you to attack other pieces out here. Or the other thing you're going to be doing is trying to accomplish certain tasks. So there's a little stack of tasks here, and each task is worth a certain amount of points. There's 3 tasks out here, and you just have to, by the end of your turn, completed the task to score its points. And that is the main way you're going to get points. And once you get to 9 points, it triggers the end of the game. And then if you, or if, you know, whoever's got the most points wins. Me versus my AI. And the AI is over here, is its own deck of cards right here. That is a very, very easy, very clever, simple system, so you can play this game solo. So when I'm starting the game out, I don't have any of these things out. And this is a preset. This is just according to the rules by, I want to say it's playerax. I think that's right, playerax. Board Game Geek user has a file you can find on the site for Board Game Geek there. In the files section, you'll find this solo variant, which I'm about to kind of run through. But the game is, I would draw 3 cards from my deck. And the deck, you play factions. So this faction is a certain deck, and it has certain, you know, theme to it, and beans and stuff that you can summon. And then there's 3 other factions that come with the game. Now 2 of them are the same, they're just different colors, but then there's 2 that are not, that are totally different, totally themed different, and I'm playing one of them. And so there's going to be a deck representing the AI, and then I have my deck. And all that happens here is very simple. But for me, I play like normal, which is I draw 3 from there. I draw 2 legendaries. Oops, and they're upside down legendaries. So then I've got, you're going to have a hand of basically 6 cards each time. And then these are called flares. This is sort of a catch-up mechanic. If your opponent gets too far ahead of you, you can play this and start catching up a little bit. So there's my hand of cards. And I go first when you're playing this. And there's only 2 things you can do. Well, there's 3 things, but you're only mainly going to do 2. And that is, you either put out a common piece anywhere on the board, And you don't have to, a lot of times in most games, oh, we put one out, now you got to make sure the other one's adjacent. Not in this game. You just either, you take 2 action, you either put out a piece, or once you've got a pattern on the board, you can do, like I was explaining, you might be able to summon one of your creatures. And of course, you can imagine these legendary creatures require that you have upgraded pieces and certain patterns to summon them, and they're big baddies. And but then the cards that come that you draw usually require just common pieces. And when you summon them, it summons the upgraded piece there. Not all of them work that way, but that's basically it. You play these to get your upgraded, your heroic pieces out, which then allow you to get your legendary pieces out. So on my turn, and you get to do 2 actions again. You either put token out or you summon a bean. And when you're the first person to play, you only get to do 1 action. So the only thing I can do is put out 1 token. That's what I'm going to do. And, you know, I can study these cards and kind of, you know, make a better decision, but I'm gonna put it right there. Why not? Oh, one thing you want to keep in mind here, what am I trying to do? Well, I'm trying to create a diagonal across the middle of the board. So you can kind of see that I'd want, you know, a diagonal going across there and across there. Summon, I would want to summon on these green or red squares, colored summoning. Rainbow dominance, that just means you have to have, well, let's see here. It tells you exactly what you need. In this case, I'd have to have more upgraded pieces on red squares and more upgraded pieces on green squares than my opponent does in order to score these 2 points. You can only ever score 1 card at the end of your turn. So this is the goals that I'm going for. So knowing that, I may want to go for something fairly straightforward like this and just summon a couple beans on red or green squares. So I've done that. That's my turn. Then I would draw back up to 3 out of my deck, 2 legendaries, 1 flare, but I've already got that, so I don't draw anything. And now the AI goes. And the way the AI goes is super easy. Just flip over a card. You look at this top symbol. It's either going to have this heroic symbol or a common symbol. That heroic symbol means that I go over here and I look to see, is there a die on any one of these? You have to have a 6-sided die to play this variant, but that's it. It's the only thing. If there is no die on any one of these, the AI has not claimed one. You roll the die, and on 1 to 4, he'll take that one, 2 to 3, or I'm sorry, 1 to 4, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. So he rolled a 2. So he's going to claim this card, and then you just set it to 1. So now he's claimed a card, and he's working on, and I will find the 1. So that means I cannot accomplish this task. This task is locked from me. I can only do these 2. And when he gets to 3 here, same number of points it's worth, he will accomplish that card. That will be bad for me. So that is his turn. Now it's my turn again. So that's all the AI is going to do. Flip a card and do its thing. I'll show you. There's only the other type of card in here is one that shows a common symbol, and in that case, what happens is I have to remove my highest level piece, one of my highest level pieces that's on the board, and that's the only other difference. If he draws another card like this, it's just going to tick up that die over here 1 number until eventually he completes the task. When the AI completes a task, it's going to score those points, and I'm going to have to remove that number of points in pieces on the board. So he scores points and makes me remove pieces that I place on the board. Kind of a hassle, but very straightforward, and it makes a lot of sense, and it plays super quick and easy. So it's my turn again. I get 2 actions. What am I trying to do here? Let's try and get an easy one out. Let's just try to get this hungry bear out, right? So let's just keep working on getting that. Let's go here. Well, where do I want to put this hungry bear? I think I want to put hungry bear because the hungry bear can do 2 standard moves, and that way hungry bear could squish this opponent piece there. So I think I'm gonna put those 2 pieces there. That was my 2 actions. I'm just about ready to summon my hungry bear, but that's the end of my turn. Flip over the next card. Okay, another heroic symbol there. Very easy. There is already a die. We just tick that up to 2. He's almost accomplished that, and is going to get 3 points out of the 9 that you need to win the game. So he's going to get 1/3 of his points right there. This game plays pretty quick. So back to my turn. All right, let's summon this hungry bear for my first action. Hungry bear gets summoned. And now when you do these too, you can do the mirror image of them. You can rotate them any which way. You can do you know, flip them in a sense. You just got to kind of be able to visualize it in your mind. But this is pretty straightforward. I'm going to summon this hungry bear is going to go right there. It's going to be a heroic piece. Bonk. Then I get to do, may do up to 2 standard moves. If it moves onto an empty square, it stops moving. Well, standard moves means he can crush anything that's lower level than him or move on an empty square. That's a standard move. If you do a combat move, you can actually move and destroy something that's of the same level as you are. But he's already higher level than this guy. So he's going to move. That's one standard move. Crushes that. That would count as destroying a piece. Sometimes these tasks say, you know, destroy a certain number of pieces, but unfortunately there's nothing there. And then I think, now do I want to move him? So I played him, so I'm going to discard him. But now, you know, it might be in my best benefit. I can move him one more time if I want. And so I might want to see if I can position to get, say, the hill giant out. So these you have to have at least a common piece, but you could use, there could be a heroic piece or a legendary piece in this place, and it's fine. So as long as I get the shape, at least in common pieces. So where am I at? So yeah, really, I just need actually to put one right here, and then I'd be able to summon this hill giant right there. And just keep continuing to get, so yeah, so I think my second action, I'm just going to place this. Wait, let's do it right. Yeah, let's do it right here, because that way I could summon him right there and possibly destroy that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do that. That's my second action. And so now I've got to draw one more. Okay, Clan Guardian available. All right. So my turn is up. We go back over here. Flips over a card. And inventory cabinet. Okay, there's that heroic piece. So unfortunately, that means this is going to tick up to 3, which would accomplish this. So the AI is going to score 3 points. Bummer. Now I have to destroy 3 pieces of mine, but I can pick any. So I'm not going to pick this, but man, that's bad. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Just wiped out 3 of my pieces. We'll flip this over. Okay, legendary summoning. You summon at least 2 beings this turn. At least one of them is legendary. Okay. Well, that's it. So, he's done. It is my turn. And he's wiped me out a little bit. And he's got 3 points. Now, that's when you can play your flare. So you can play these flares if he has more points than you. When he has 3 or more points than you, I can actually do both of these things, top to bottom, and it helps me catch up. So I'm going to play this flare. Now, if he was only 1 point ahead, I'd only be able to do the bottom. If he was 2 points ahead, I'd be able to do the top. If he's 3 or more points ahead, I can do both, starting with the top. So, play my flare. Place 2 common pieces of your color on empty squares. So, this helps me again catch up. I'm going to put one there and there. Then this is aside from my actions. Place 1 common piece of your color on an empty square. So I got kind of lucky here. It just allowed me to basically reboot. Done. So now that is done, I can take my turn. And so yeah, let's go ahead. Let's summon this hill giant, just like so. So the hill giant, my first action. Going to summon him right there. Because, yep, you can get the upgraded heroic piece and then destroy all non-legendary pieces on orthogonally adjacent squares. So it even kind of shows you the different... Unfortunately, one of them is my guys too. So the hill giant comes out, but in summoning him, smashes one of my common pieces along with this piece. So I destroyed 2 pieces. Unfortunately, again, there's nothing here where it says, oh, destroy some pieces and you're going to get some points. There's a lot of them in this deck. There's a good stack of tasks there. So you're going to see a lot of variety in your tasks per game. So that was my first action. So yes, so that's where I'm at. Now, where else can we start? So we can do a Clan Guardian, perhaps? Almost. So to summon a Clan Guardian, you may upgrade 1 common. And again, I'm trying to do this. So let's see, summon at least 2 beings on red squares or have more upgraded pieces. Well, yeah. So I think it's just a matter of just trying to, my second action, I'm just going to put this right here so that I can summon right in that pocket there. Why not? Why not? Okay, so now that was my 2 actions. Now I have to draw back up to 3 here. So there we go. I got an Eagle Lord potential, and then I get another flare. Okay. All right, now we're going to see what he's going to do. Flip over AI's turn. Okay, again, it's going to just roll. Hasn't taken a card yet. Got to roll. It's a 6, so we're going to set this to 1. Dang it. So there you go. He's just one more turn away from potentially finishing Rainbow Dominance. And that's locked. So all I could do is legendary summoning or colored summoning. Having difficulties trying to get something going here, huh? All right, well, my turn again. I'm going to do this because he's, again, 3 or more points ahead, so I can place a common piece of my color on an empty square or upgrade one of my common pieces. Ooh. Well, so if I start upgrading, I can start doing something like Storm Elemental or Eldest Tree. It's not too bad here. Ooh, this is pretty close. So let's do this. Let's upgrade this common piece because I'm looking at it like here, right? There's that, here and here. Then I've got, well, then I need to get these common pieces out. So I need a common piece here and I need a common piece here to be able to summon this Eldest Tree. Place one of your commons or upgrade. Okay, done. You may do 1 combat leap with one of your common pieces. Ooh, combat leap. So that just means I can basically pick up a piece and move it anywhere on the board that I want and potentially crush something. Ooh, maybe I want to do that. Because, Rainbow Dominance, that would have been what I'd be kind of going for. Having more upgraded pieces, but that's not going to work. Well, but it can help me reposition, so I might want to reposition. May do 1 combat leap with one of your combat pieces. All right, so maybe I want to just reposition. I've got that there and there, but I need to have somebody here and somebody here. So let's go ahead and just move this piece right here. Like that. Okay, now I'm close to being able to summon this Eldest Tree. Now, so that's done with one of my common pieces. Okay, so I've done my flare. That again didn't cost me any extra actions. And now I get 2 actions, so let's just do it, right? So I've got this there and that there. More for fun than anything else. Now it's going to allow me to summon this Eldest Tree. Okay, so I've got this here and I've got this here. So that's my match. But this guy's right here. So I can summon over the top of him and it will. So what happens is my second action, I'm going to summon. It's going to kill this guy though. Place this legendary piece. This legendary piece is worth 1 point for me, by the way, at the end of the game. Choose up to 3 of the adjacent squares. So adjacency is diagonal as well. If it has your common piece, upgrade it. If it is empty, place 1 common piece of your color there. If it has an enemy, non-legendary piece, destroy it. Ooh, so I can choose up to 3. So there's nothing here to upgrade, but I can now add 3 common pieces. There's nothing to destroy either, but 3 common pieces. Yeah, which will allow me to maybe start, building up a warlord or even going after the storm elemental. What do I need for that? Okay, well, let's see here. Let's just go... I've got a good spread out here. I want one guy here because now I can summon this Eagle Lord, right? I wouldn't want to do that right there. I wouldn't want to replace him. But maybe let's see here. Let's do it like that. So there's 1, and trying to look at the shapes here. Okay, it's got to be, so we'll do 2, and then looking here again. Maybe we're just going to do 3 like that. There we go. All right. So the Eldest Tree allowed me to sprout up some guys here. And that was my second action. So this gets discarded. And I've got 3 of those. So I need to draw 1 more. I get another Bone Catapult and then 1 more Flare. All right. AI's turn. Here we go. The Time Mage. So again, this is just one of those. So he's going to tick up again on this shoot, which allows him to complete this. Now he's got 5 points, and I have to remove 2 pieces. God dang it. Well, I think I'm going to remove you, and I could pick whatever I want. So that one and that one, moving those 2 pieces. We'll flip this over. And now I got red legends. You have at least 2 upgraded pieces on red squares. At least one of them is legendary. Ooh, I got 1 here. and I've got my legendary guy right here. So if I can move this legendary onto a red space, I'd get 3 points. And he's 5 points ahead of me now. It's not first and okay, so I'm going to play this. Place 1 common piece of your color on any empty square. All right. Let's do that right here. Place 1 common piece of your color on any empty square, or convert 1 common enemy piece to your color. Common enemy piece. So I could convert one of these guys to my color. I think I will. I'm going to convert this to my color. There we go. Got a nice spread out. That helps. Once you start doing stuff like this, it allows you to really take advantage of some of these shapes, you know, being flipping it around, and it'll be surprising sometimes. You can figure out how to get summon things when you start getting things spread out like this. And so that was my flare action. I am done. I really want to get this legendary piece here or on a red space, because then I could get red legends. So how can I do that? All right, so what I'm going to do instead, when I summon this piece, when I did that, place 1 common piece color on any empty square, I'm going to put it right here. What that is going to allow me to do is play this warlord, because I've got this shape right there. And what it's going to allow me to do is, for my first action, I summon a warlord right here. Then do up to 3 combat moves using your pieces. If you do all 3, at least 1 has to be with the warlord. Okay, so that's fine. I can move 3 pieces, 3 combat moves. One of the combat moves has to be with the warlord. So whatever, I'll move him. Combat moves doesn't mean you have to kill anything, but I'll move him over here so that I'm on green, because a lot of times these tasks will want you to have high level pieces on a certain color. So there's that. Now I get to move 2 more times. I'm going to move this piece. Wait, let's see here. Do up to 3 combat moves using your pieces. Okay, so that was 1 combat move. And I'm going to move this here. There's my 2nd combat move. And then, boom, there's my 3rd combat move. That kills this guy. And so yes, I followed those rules. That was my first action. And then lastly, I think I want to do this eagle. So I've got this eagle right here lined up. I got piece here, piece there, piece here, piece there. I will summon this eagle lord right here. Then it says the eagle lord may do a combat leap to any square on the board. Combat leap, I shall leap over and destroy this. Combat leap means I have to at least be the same strength. And leap means I can go anywhere on the board. Dead. Boom. So that is the end of my turn. I look over here, see if I completed any tasks. I did. You have at least 2 upgraded pieces on red squares, and at least one of them is legendary. One's on red here, one's on red here. That's legendary. I score my first 3 points. Dun dun! We are on the board. 3-5 over there. So that was my second action. We would get this task, flip over. What do we got? Green conquest. Have at least 3 pieces on green squares, and at least 2 of them are upgraded. Oh my goodness! I've got 1, 2. Oh, I just need to get 1 more on a green square. 2 of them already upgraded. I get 2 points. Oh, looking good. See, turning it around, turning it around. Now, draw a card. Now I've got 3 from my hand. I get 1 more legendary, 1 more flare. There we go. There's my hand. And now he would go. Flips over. Okay, now what that means, when he gets this common one, that means destroys my highest level piece. So, just in time, I got my legendary to score me some points, but now I lost my legendary. Those hurt. And then he gets to go again, too. So flips it over. Oh, there's that. So we're going to go over. We're going to see. You got already. Nope, doesn't have any of these claims. Going to roll. It's going to get 1. So that's the 1 to 2 spot. I'm going to take that. I can no longer do legendary summoning. And once he's got this up to 2, he's going to get those points. So there you have it. Just a quick taste of this game, playing the unofficial solo variant by playerax, user BGG playerax. I think this is called High Spectre solo variant. You can find it in the file section on BGG. And what a surprise! hit this is for me. I really enjoy this game, and it kind of came out of nowhere. And this unofficial solo variant came out of nowhere. There's another one too that I haven't even checked out, but I'm already just pleased with this, how quickly it plays, a half hour. Just a bunch of tasty, abstract yumminess, looks great. I'd expect no less from my favorite solo board game designer of all time, Vlaada Chvatil, Tash Kalar, Arena of Legends. Till next time, I'm Board Game Rants. Thank you so much for watching, and I am out.